Well, welcome back, everybody, on a beautiful day here in Newton, Kansas. Game 4 against the Cheney Diamond Dogs. Right now we're 1-2 against them. It's the last game of the series, 4-game series, and with me I have Jared. Jared, I know you've been following us pretty close, watching them, and you were just talking about how impressed you've been of the Sluggin Rebels right now because we have competed against this team.
Yeah, I mean, I came in, with the intention that Cheney has been a very dangerous team, and they have. We had the stat that they haven't scored they haven't scored under 10 runs since
16 games.
16 games or so, and we came in, and I think so far in the series we've stopped them from getting, over 10 runs in 3 of our games. Yeah,
all three. So I mean, it's one run game. The losses, yes. Then we beat them 6-3. So. Today, this would be a huge win right now, and it's going to be a little different today because the wind's blowing in.
Yep.
I was talking to Pat Hahn, the manager and GM of their team, and he says, why is it always the wind blowing in when we play here, because it changes the game.
Yeah, it's currently 92 degrees with 13-mile-per-hour winds heading northeast. So, I mean, balls might be going somewhere.
Well, and I think the whole thing about it, too, is this you want to hit on top of the ball a little more because any fly balls, especially the left side,
they're going to stay up.
They're going to stay up there. You'll see a lot of fly balls if guys are trying to, hit it out of there.
And I saw on the roster sheet that we have a new player.
Yeah, his name is Clark Henry, a right-hander. Obviously, he plays infield, outfield. He'll be playing right field for us today. He played at Temple College down in Texas. Now he's going to be going to UTSA, 6'185" from Houston, Texas, and you'll get to see him make his appearance, his debut today.
As we have Jackson Syringe up on the plate. As we actually have Dalton Patton on the mound. I haven't seen Dalton Patton play too much at the pitcher. I know that he's listed as utility and right-handed pitcher, but really I've seen him in the 5-hole, and he's playing usually infield.
Yeah, he kind of does it all. He's a good athlete, as we've seen.
So now it's a 1-1 count for Syringe. Syringe is playing center field today. So it's kind of low for ball number 2.
And again, I think the one thing we've been battling is that first inning, making some adjustments to our pitchers. And right now, this is a very important inning.
Patton gets him to crush that one, foul towards right field. So now we have a 2-2 count.
Yeah, the numbers on Pat right now. He's pitched 4 innings. You were talking about not a lot of innings. No earned runs.
2-2 now. He's almost got him to check swing on that high ball, but ref said he did not go. So now it's a full count.
And the whole thing about the Diamond Dogs, too, you just look at their numbers. Searing's hitting 353. Yeah. When we go over and we talk about them when they come up to the plate, Searing hit 51 at-bats, 34 runs, 18 hits, 16 RBIs. The whole team is all double-digit. Mm-hmm. You'll see double-digit RBIs. They just play some good team ball.
And that's also, that's the thing I've seen as well, is that one's going to be strike number 3. That'll be Patton's first strikeout of the day.
Yeah, backward K on an inside fastball.
What I was going to say is, what I've seen in these past, 2 home games that we've played against Cheney is that Cheney pulls a lot of full counts.
Yeah.
I think that's also why their batting average is so high. It's because it's either, you don't get on base or you get on base. So that one gets away from Jackson Young.
Yeah, George Speck, the guy we talked about, plays at Dallas Baptist. Very good player. He's in 350, 40 at-bats, 18 runs.
So he swings at that one for strike number 1.
He has 14 hits, 14 RBIs. So, this well-rounded, very up and down that lineup. And that's what you kind of strive for as a coach, is to have, up and even numbers.
Speck looks at strike number 2 now, 1-2. And so far, Patton has impressed me. Backwards K, and now he's facing a 1-2 count, and that'll be strikeout number 2.
Like a changeup right there.
I expect kind of check swing, but also, you just had to swing on that one. As both of those strikeouts are brought to you by Pizza and Newton. No one out pizzas the hut. Patton facing 2 outs now. Gets him to swing on that one. Strike number 1. A 1 count now. Patton gets a ball.
Yeah, Rodden, I mean, he's a Wichita State product. And he's hitting 400, Jared. So, I mean, it's like.
It's a very common trend right now for the Cheney Diamond Dogs.
Right.
It's Rodden
and that's what's
back.
impressive with our team, the pitching. I think our pitching's done a great job. I think our pitching is one of the toughest staffs in the Sunflower League currently. I mean, it's been consistent.
Been very impressed with the pitching, especially, last home game we had Aaron Geisler, step up when most needed to.
Right.
So he'll check swing that one foul. Still 1-2. And Patton's still Patton's looking to get a 3 strikeout inning right now.
Well, like I said, maybe throw his change right here that he did last time, because right now he's ahead in the count. You can tell, man, he's got his confidence going up there. He's showing, just give me the ball, let's go type attitude.
So Rodden hits this one to the second baseman. And he'll almost make.
Whoa.
Ooh, that was a close play at first, as I think it was Connor Owens kind of fumbled the ball on that one, but.
Yeah, it was Easton Elliott there. Almost he threw that away. He rushed it. I think he didn't realize how fast he was, and then he hurried it.
And with that, we'll head to the bottom of the first, and we'll take a quick little break. And welcome back to the bottom of the first, as we have the designated hitter, Caleb Hill, up to the plate first. It's usually Ethan Guerra, but now Guerra's moved down to the 3-hole.
Yeah, I think he's just changing it up, trying to maybe get a little more production.
Caleb Hill's been impressive in the couple games he's been. He's one of our newly acquired players. So he'll look at ball number 1.
Yeah, Hill right now hitting 250, like you're saying, just newly acquired. 6 games, 20 at-bats, 5 hits.
He'll foul this one off towards the left side. Strike number 1.
And he's recipient of 2 Bethel College Player of the Games already in the first week or so. That's pretty amazing. Back-to-back.
So he'll pop this one up towards the left field, but that's what I'm saying. That wind you're saying before, that wind kind of kept that ball up in the air a little bit, to where the third baseman almost made the play on that one.
We're going to have Pat Hahn in here, the coach. He's going to come in and talk to us, and we'll find out his pitches, because, I mean, that looked, it looked like almost a knuckleball or something right there. That ball was moving. Had the late break.
Lead ball number 2. Gavin Rogers on the mound for the Cheney Diamond Dogs.
And you and I were talking previously. He was with the Andale team last year, and they.
That one is just a monster foul ball towards right field. And with that long foul ball, that is sponsored by Central National Bank of Newton, Money for Life, member FDIC.
Well, and again, when they folded last year, they picked him up. Cheney picked him up, and he did really well for him in the World Series.
He almost got him looking for strike number 3, but that's ball number 3.
That's a tough pitch to lay off right there. It's that roundhouse coming around. A little low, good eye.
Full count now for Caleb Hill. As Hill was swing at this one and just kind of stay alive on that one. Foul that one off towards the right side.
That's one thing he's shown. He's shown, especially we talked about the other day, 2-strike hitting. And, right there, you could learn a lesson from him. I mean, the other day he had, a 12-pitch.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most impressive at-bats, and he got a hit out of it. So he'll hit this one towards third baseman, but he'll kind of line drive that one to the third baseman. He'll make the play on that one.
And he just went with it.
Yeah, and that was Andrew Brodman who made the play on that one.
And 12 pitches there. That's
already another impressive at bat. Yeah, I mean that's what I've kind of seen out of Newton. We have some of those players that can, battle for a long time, and then we have some, that kind of just swing at anything. It seems like, but that'll be round out for. That'll be Jack Bell on that one.
Didn't get a chance to talk about Jack, but. Yeah. He's a lean hitter right now on the team, hitting .404. And you wouldn't think that how he started the season, I think 0-10.
Yep, Jack Bell has really stepped up in his role, I mean, he went from a fast left fielder, and then he started to develop a hitting. And now he's one of the best players on the team. So now we got Ethan Guerra, all-star. Look at strike number 1.
Yeah, Gary had a good visit before the game. So I said, about how he's feeling. He said, he's not used to playing this many games.
As he hit this one to the first baseman, and he'll be out. They thought it hit the ground first, but
yeah, well, he's out anyway. So that's either ways.
And with that, they'll bring up the top of the second inning. As had a pretty. I mean, there's nothing much to say so far. It's been one whole inning, so
yeah.
We'll take a quick little break as we head to the top of the second. And welcome back to the top of the second inning. It's still a 0-0 ball game with Patton up to the plate. So we got Noah Brewer hitting for Cheney as he'll take strike number 1.
Give you little numbers on Brewer here.
1-1 count.
Brewer's hitting .390.
Very impressive so far as he fouls this one back towards right field.
Yeah, 77 at-bats, 21 runs, 30 hits, 21 RBIs, two home runs.
He'll get him to swing for strike number 3, and that's 3 strikeouts so far for Patton. So that strikeout sponsored by your Pizza of Noon.
Yeah, high fastball right there. Just
Strikeout, sponsored by Pizza Hut of Newton.
High fastball is what these Cheney Diamond Dogs are always going to be looking at.
Ryan Scott, number 10, the right fielder.
So now we got Ryan Scott, the right fielder, up to the plate.
Scott's hitting .403, 21 games, 67 at-bats, 26 runs, 27 hits, 32 RBIs, and 7 home runs.
Yeah, I mean, that's just impressive for how we've been playing these
past
couple games.
Well, you got to look at when you have 16 straight games and double digits.
Digits, and you come in,
you can swing it.
Sounds fouled back. 1-1 count now.
But I think it could favor us a little, just that wind blowing in, because it's blowing. Look at the trees there. I mean, it's.
Anytime they open the door in this press box, it gets, the wind goes crazy in here. Scott will pop this one up.
And this is where you want to go. If you're a pitcher, you want to go in on the handle because you can't get much on it. It's not going to be traveling to left field.
And this is a pitcher's
day.
When the wind's blowing on your back, that's when you want it.
That's when guys.
Not in your face. As Ryan Scott will get swinging strike number 3, and they'll make the play at first. So now we have 4 strikeouts for Patton. So this is a very strong start for Patton, who hasn't really pitched too much this year.
Strikeout sponsored by Pizza Hut.
K. Holder's hitting .321, 22 games, 53 at-bats, 22 runs and 17 hits, and 14 RBIs.
So foul this one back. And that's the thing about Patton, too. He's getting them to foul back those strike twos.
Well, right there, that means he's getting a lot of movement.
He's getting those quick counts.
Yeah.
He always, it seems like he always starts off 1 and 2.
That was
a good pitch to sit on. So now it's 1-1. Patton.
I thought the pitch before that looked a little better than that one, but
so
hey, we'll take it.
Number
we'll
2,
take
and here's another 1-2 count. So that one's low in the dirt. But that's the thing about Patton too, is he gets these great pitcher's counts with 1-2s, and now it's 2-2, where he has a little bit of free range. As this one's hit towards Elliott.
Step and throw. There
you
go.
Make the play to Connor Owens, and they'll end the inning. So pretty deja vu ending to that inning, at least, with the two strikeouts to start with, and then the 4-3.
Well, the one thing you won't see from Cheney, I've seen it before, you won't see panic. I mean, I remember one game years ago, we were ahead of them like 6-0, everything looked good. And they're a top team, boom, they make adjustments. And that's why, they've been a top team. And I mean, one of the top teams in the country, actually, is that they know how to make adjustments.
Yeah. And with that, we head into the bottom of the second as the Cheney Diamond Dogs and Noon Rebels are still tied at 0-0. And we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to the bottom of the second, as the next 3 up are going to be Connor Owens, Drake Gerard, and Micah Dvorak. So pretty good 3 to lead off with this inning.
As we go to the bottom half of
Owens playing first today.
The Sluggin Rebels will send up their first baseman, The cleanup hitter, number 12, Connor Owens.
Yeah, Owens hitting 256, 78 at-bats, 20 hits, 12 RBIs.
Owens swings at first pitch, and this one's looks like it's going to be a gapper.
There you go.
Little bloop slash gapper towards the center fielder.
And that was a good approach right there. That ball was right there, and he was ready to jump on it.
So that base hit sponsored by Central National Bank of Newton. And they'll bring up Drake Gerard.
Gerard's hitting 276, 76 at-bats, 21 hits. 76 at-bats, 21 hits, 13 RBIs.
Gerard will look at strike number 1.
Gerard is from Tabor College. I tell you, he's been a great defensive player, hasn't he? I'd say he's a great defense.
And him and Guerra at the third and shortstop mix has worked pretty nice so far. So it'll be ball number 1.
You know, I look at it and I look at Palmer. I mean, Tyler Palmer out there in center field. I mean, I talk about gold gloves. If we had gold gloves, I mean, I'd definitely be putting them up for it.
Palmer not playing today. So that one's hit towards the right field, and that'll just be popped up.
Anything in the air like that.
Do you know why Palmer's not in the lineup today?
I think it's probably just giving a little break. I think, you know, he's played every game. I mean, roaming that center field.
Yeah.
So, but I mean,
maybe giving the
we got to give guys break, especially in summer ball, and it's 100 degrees. I was 102 today.
So now we got Micah Dvorak, who's been pretty helpful out in the outfield for when he plays. That one's fouled off towards the left field.
Yeah, I like Dvorak. He's a competitor from Tabor College, 6'1", 150. His hometown is Garden City. He is hitting 286.
Owens at first. Dvorak will look at strike number 2 now. So he fouled off the first one. 0-2 count now.
The sun kind of breaking through there. A little cloudy a little while ago.
Dvorak will hit this just a little over a third baseman, and that'll be fair, as Owens is hustling and bustling around third.
Yeah, Owens doesn't have a lot of speed. That's a good call right there.
So he'll stay at third, and that'll be a stand-up double for Micah Dvorak.
Yeah, Dvorak just went with that pitch. Like I said, he's not afraid to do that.
So that double is sponsored by Midway Motors of Newton, your Chevrolet, GMC, and Buick dealer for every mile of life.
And here we go. We get to see the guy make his introduction to the Sluggin Rebels.
Clark Henry.
Yeah. Here we go. First at bat. Let's see. Hopefully.
We looked at his stats from Temple, and safe to say we're really impressed with his freshman stats.
Yeah.
So we'll look at
getting again going to UTSA next year.
He's rooming with the DH, Caleb Hill.
Yeah.
So they have that
Caleb
connection.
Hill, they're buddies.
He'll look at this pitch, and it'll just be right up the middle.
Wow.
You know, what an impressive play by the shortstop,
2
but
runs.
just couldn't get there.
No, right, he gets on second. He goes in the dugout.
Yeah. Do they call it dead ball?
It doesn't matter, I don't think.
Yeah.
2 runs.
So that'll be a single and a 2 RBIs for Hill, and yes, they will call that a dead ball. So
That's a single, an RBI, 1 RBI and an error.
So great start already.
And the thing is, as you know, Jared, you got to stay on top of them. I mean, you got to keep it going.
I mean, that was an amazing play, but shortstop, that was George Speck. I mean, he got there. It's just, that's just a tough play to make.
Yeah, yeah. Well, right there is kind of, we talk about minimize. He probably just should have ate the ball. Don't throw it, because it was a tough play for him.
So now we got the catcher, Brandon Harper, who I've been impressed with so far this season. So he'll crush this one towards right field. This one has some pop on it. And this one will be caught at the warning track.
Yeah, right at the warning track.
Wow, that one had real potential.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if the wind.
I don't know if the wind. It looked like it just got a little too high.
Yeah, just a little under it.
Would have hit by Harper, but they'll be out number 2, and now Easton Elliott. He's up to the plate. He's playing second today. He's already made 2 plays so far this inning. Last inning.
Yeah, I don't know. Clark Henry just took off right there, too. I
think he thought that was going to be gone, too.
Yeah, but you got to wait.
More people did.
Because you can still, on that, something like that, you can still tag up and go to third base. And if you get third base, let's say there's a wild pitch, you score. So, but he was already taking off, just hustling back to second.
So it's going to be strike number 1.
Easton Elliott at 328.
Elliott will crush this one towards right field, but it just seems like you got 2 under it.
Yeah.
That'll be made by the.
Oh, drop it.
He dropped the ball.
He dropped it.
The right fielder dropped the ball on that one.
Boy.
And what a costly error on that one.
You do not see. I don't know if we want to talk to Pat here. He might not be real. He might not be real happy coming up here.
Because that was
Ryan's just running in. It's a routine fly ball.
Maybe the sun got in his eyes or something.
I don't know. You don't see him. That's Ryan Scott do that.
Yeah.
But that, again, the one-handed stuff. Sometimes that happens.
Well, you just got to get that hand right here.
Yeah.
Got to protect it. Protect your glove.
Clark Henry hustling all the way around. Great inning.
Yep, now it's 3-0 off of 2 errors, it seems like. Now we're back at the top of the order with Caleb Hill.
Yeah, Hill with line drive to third baseman.
Had a great at-bat, but, yeah, just had a line drive straight to the third baseman for the out.
Yeah, 12 pitches? We said it's 24 pitches right now. Half of them to Hill.
Half of them was Hill.
Yeah.
Now as Rogers, you kind of feel a little frustrated. I'm pretty sure those 3 runs are not earned. So that ball's hit to the first baseman, and Rogers will try and beat him, and he'll get there.
Yep, he barely got there. Yep.
Very
Good
close
hustle
call
by Rogers.
Great hustle by Rogers as that'll bring up the top of the 3rd inning with 2 errors. We got 2 hits with 2 errors so far for the Cheney Diamond Dogs, and those 2 errors cost them 3 runs. And so with that, we'll head to the top of the 3rd, and we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to the top of the 3rd. Is now Connor Miles, the DH for the Cheney Diamond Dogs, up to the plate. And Patton so far has had himself a very impressive game. 4 strikeouts already, kind of similar innings with 2 strikeouts to start off with, and then a ground ball to Easton Elliott, made a play to Connor Owens. So see if he can keep that going, as that'll be strike number 1. Miles will hit this one towards Easton Elliott.
Easton, great play there.
That'll be another out to Easton Elliott. Elliott with 3
assists.
3 assists.
And the thing is, what I liked about that, he didn't drift over. He got there, and then he hustled.
Smooth, yeah.
And then the ball is right middle of his glove.
That's what happened. Yeah, that's why I kind of like, when I was a fielder, I kind of like get under, around the ball, not really going straight towards it.
Yeah, just don't.
Because you can get that momentum.
He did a great job opening up the glove. I mean, that was right there.
So we out number 1. Now we got Cody Moore taking strike number 1.
Cody Moore just played 2 games, 5 at-bats. I guess 2 games against us, and he has a .400 average.
So now he's facing an 0-2 count now, just like that. 1 out. Gonna foul this one back.
Just looking
heads
our-
up.
There's our happy pizza winner over there. I mean, Pizza Hut's been it's kind of neat, isn't it? All season. We thank
that's
those guys. I mean,
very impressive thing. We also have a deal with the Freddy's, right? We've given out.
we got a lot. And then I mean,
Gives
people
you a
need
lot
to come out here. You
Yeah,
know, they
gives you a lot of incentives to come out and support the Rebels. So that'll be strike number 3, and that'll be the 5th strikeout.
It's changing speeds. They're working together right now really well. If you look at Harper.
With his strikeout, sponsored by Pizza Hut of Newton. No one out. Pizza's
Because all 5 of these strikeouts have been sponsored by Pizza of Noon, who we just talked about.
Here's Brotman in 319, 69 at-bats, 18 runs, 22 hits, 26 RBIs, and he has 3 home runs. He hit one the other day against the Rebels.
As Brotman swings at that one.
He played 2 years right here. Played 2 here. Andrew, he's from Arkansas City.
Brotman, a righty, facing off against a righty. Still look at ball number 1, and Harper's shaking his head like, keep on throwing that. He's going to get him. So he thought about it. Now it's 1-1, 2 outs.
Yeah, Brotman played a couple years in Neosho County. And then he went Eastern Illinois, Indiana.
Brotman kind of rung a bell, and I think that's why.
He's been in some different places. Whoa.
Strong wind came through.
When Mr. Jim walks in.
That one's fouled back.
Boy.
That one got crazy.
Mr. Jim just opened that door, and Mr. Jim, our director of hospitality, and he knows how to make an entrance. I can tell you that.
2-1 now. This Patton is looking to get his 6th strikeout in 3 innings. Look at strike number 3. So we had the count wrong on that one, and now in the inning. As that strikeout is also brought to you by the Pizza Hut of Newton, as no one out pizzas the Hut. And this has been an impressive game so far for the Newton Sluggin Rebels, as Patton's now with 6 strikeouts, and we have three runs on 2 errors. Or sorry, Cheney has 2 errors, and we brought in 3 runs off that. And so far, it's been a pretty, calm game.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of. We're kind of like, wow. I mean, there's a little shock to it because it's Cheney Diamond Dogs.
Yeah, Cheney.
And
we have no one left on base. They have no one left on
and you're
base.
looking at. I mean, and you're looking at Patton. He's just dominating right now. 2 strikeouts per inning against a team like this.
And this is the 3rd time in a row. It's been 2 strikeouts and then a ground out to the 4.
So
it's been very impressive so far.
I wouldn't tell him to change anything. Keep doing it while it's working. And our offense, just keep trying to hit those line drives, hit it through the holes or whatever. Just don't lift the ball.
And with that, we'll take a quick little break. And welcome back to the bottom of the 3rd inning, as Jack Bell, the left fielder for us, is now up to the plate. Bell had that first swing strike, ground out.
Yep.
It's now. We just wait for the ump to clean the plate off, but Jack Bell probably looking to watch a couple pitches.
The bottom half of the 3rd for the Sluggin Rebels, Jack Bell.
Guerra is next up.
It's right down the middle.
That's probably not the one you want to look at. But
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That.
0-1 count now for Bell. Found this one back. Now we're facing 0-2.
You know, one thing I watched Bell, I mean, we've talked quite a bit talked to him and everything about his approach. But the one thing, he's one guy, one right-hander hitter that's been using the field.
He's very impressive in the field. I mean,
but he's been using the field. You know,
Yeah.
going away.
To his advantage.
Right, yeah, I mean, like pitch away and he'll take it to right field. Pitching inside, he'll pull it.
So now it's 1-2.
Very impressive.
You'll look at that one. That was a nice off speed by Rogers.
And that's what you have to do. I think that like you were talking about some of the hitters struggling, I think a lot of it is outside pitches and they roll over it.
Yeah,
where you'll see a lot of the shortstops make a lot of plays off us. That's a good pitch.
That's just a great pitch by Rogers, and that'll be strikeout number 1 for Rogers.
And that's good. You got to realize that the game that we played back in July 3rd when we played them, we had 17 strikeouts.
Did you? I don't think I was there. Yeah, I was not there for that.
Yeah, you were not there. Woo.
So yeah, man, this wind is a little crazy. Wasn't too bad when
yeah.
At the start. It seemed like the wind just definitely picked up.
That's when we opened that door. It's just, wow. Like I feel like, in a tunnel.
It's now Ethan Guerra. Up to the plate. A look at an inside ball.
And my dad used to work in the aircraft industry with GE. I used to go with him to the wind tunnel sometimes. And that's kind of what it reminded me of right there.
Guerra foul that one off.
They got a shout out to a good friend of mine that's watching tonight, Dave Decken. We call him the All-Star. We've known him for a long time. He's watching. A big Sluggin Rebels fan.
1-1 count for Guerra. Look at a low ball. I mean, that's the number one thing I've seen from Guerra is just how consistent he is at just not swinging, at things that he don't. I mean, he just has a great eye.
No, I mean, for his age, just
out of high school.
Right, May, graduate high school.
Very impressive so far. As he'll take
He'll take a walk.
So
that's one thing. I think that's what I'm saying. He's a team player. He'll take that walk. He says, I don't have to swing at it. I'm trying to help my team win.
So now we got Connor Owens, who kind of started that little rally that we had going for us. Looking to keep it up. Guerra's on first. He's taking a decent lead at first. Owens will swing at first pitch to the third baseman, and this will try and just roll over. But he'll be safe at first when Guerra gets thrown out.
He just rolled over that one. There.
Now we got 2 outs with Drake Gerard.
Gerard flew out to right field in his first at bat. Gerard from Midlothian, Texas. He's a fun guy to talk to. He's enjoying it here.
So he'll also swing at first pitch. I mean, and that'll be out number 3. I mean, if the only criticism I have so far is that we're swinging at too many first balls.
Yeah, I mean, right now you want to make him work a little.
Yeah.
And he got out of that in 5 pitches or so, 6 pitches. Well, I guess Guerra walked. So
Guerra walked him, So that was probably like 8 or so, but it was a quick outing for Rogers. So now it's still 3-0 in the Rebels' favor as we head to the top of the 4th. And we'll be right back. And welcome back to the top of the fourth as the Sluggin Rebels lead 3-0. We have, who's up to the plate? It's going to be number 6. And that'll be the number 6. Or is that 30? No, that's number 6. Do I have this wrong? Hands up to the mount still. Gets strike number 1. And that'll be ball. So we have Cole Myers, I think, if I'm pronouncing that right. M-I-E-A-R-S. Myers up in the map. Looks like he's subbing in for Connor.
Huh.
Oh, it's Connor. Is that Connor Mudd? No, it's Cole Mears. As I think he's taking the spot
of Jackson Searing. I think you're right. So let's see here.
Foul that one off.
It's amazing we're in the 4th inning already. I mean, that's might be our quickest game so far. That's not how I should have jinxed that, huh? But let's keep it going.
So it will also be fouled off towards their left field. So yeah, they got. It seems like Cole Mears is subbing in, yeah, for Jackson. Yeah, okay. Got that. Just making sure we got that under control. So now we're facing a full count for Cole Mears. He'll crush this one towards left field, and
see, I just don't think it's going to carry out though.
It's not going to carry.
Yeah, on a regular day.
Yeah,
regular day, it's out.
As Jack Bell makes a play on that one. That'll be out number 1. Yep. Okay. There we go.
We always used to say, we always tell, let them hit like that. If they want to hit pop flies like that, look at that wind. I mean, it's coming in.
It's coming in like crazy. Now we got George Speck.
George struck out his first at bat.
So hit this one in between, and that'll be the first hit given up by Patton.
And that's
the
where
top of the 4th.
And that's where you look at it. Second time around, a team like this is going to make some adjustments, and so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what Harper and Patton, what they do together, talking about it, how are they going to approach everybody the second time.
So we got Brock Rodden. Man on first. 1 out. So lay off the high fastball.
And that's one thing I think that they want to jump on. To be honest with you, I think the fastballs, because they hit fastballs.
Speck gets checked back. Like I said, checkbacks are pretty dangerous, especially at first. Because of these giant, foul territories.
Yeah, we found that out. I mean, you brought that up the first game of the year. I mean, it's one thing when you brought that up and said, hey, there's a lot of territory there. So it's good for the defense if we're trying to catch a pop-up or something like that. But ball gets past first baseman, we're in trouble.
Especially if you're a righty. Trying to check back like that, you have to, full swing your thing. Or your whole body is, lefties got it a little bit easier.
Yeah, they see everything. But that was a good pick there. I mean, he's got quick feet. Patton just sure don't want to have it too big a Searing. Speck doesn't want to have it too big a lead.
Rodden now facing 3-0. 1 out still.
You got a nice, decent crowd here, Jared.
Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty even on both sides. So we strike number 1.
This will be our final game that we're facing, Cheney. And then we're looking to maybe have a tournament, a little league tournament right after the season.
Yeah. I think that was the first time I got in, in touch with. I think as he walks Rodden.
Number 7, the first baseman, Noah Brewer.
I think that was my first time going. We're talking about the showcase, right?
Well, it's going to be a this right now. This is going to be like just a regular league.
Oh, okay.
You know, trying to get a bid for so we could play between then and like let's say Cheney, they're already in the NBC World Series. So what are they going to do in that break? And then we're trying to see how many teams are allowed because we had 4 teams last year, I believe, from our league.
I believe so. But there were a lot more teams in the league last year, so.
Well, I mean, it's actually the same amount. We had 10, but just you had some teams like last year, the Andale. Remember, they dropped out.
So now it's 1-0 for Noah Brewer.
It's Jared, it's not real easy to run a team and keep a team and all that. I could tell you that because I've done it for so many years. And a lot of kids, I don't know, I think a lot of it, the college coaches got to tell kids, you stay there and stick it out. And they make it sometimes so easy for guys just to quit, and you can't quit. And that's what happened to a couple teams already.
2-0 as the runners take off, and now we fouled back as they seem to try and do a hit and run.
Yeah, Coach Hahn, he'll do that double steal quite a bit. I've seen that through the years.
So now it's 2-1 for Brewer. And already it seems like, Cheney's made some adjustments. They're kind of waiting. They're not swinging at everything, it seems like. They're kind of just taking their time. And Patton's showing, he's throwing a couple balls. That one's beautifully hit towards the gap in center field. And it'll be a great cutoff as they're going to try and send one of the runs home. And he'll be called safe.
Yeah, that was a good relay and everything. Yeah.
It's just great speed.
That's the speed. That's what utilizing the speed, hitting the gaps. Like I said, they're a type of team. They're going to bounce back, but look what they have now. They have runners in second and third.
Right fielder Ryan Scott.
So that'll be a stand-up double for Brewer. It's now Ryan Scott. Actually, no, is that right? Yeah, it is Ryan Scott.
Ryan Scott's up. You were talking about the numbers that these guys have. There's a reason for it.
Yep. Patton.
Brewer right there. That's his 22nd RBI. Then you got the guy right now that leads the team, one of the league leaders in RBIs with 32, and Scott.
With 2 runners in scoring position, so this is prime, prime position for Scott. So now he's facing 0-2 though.
No, but that's what I was saying. This team, doesn't matter what lead you get, you can't sit on it. You can't say, "Oh yeah, we got them." I don't care if it's 10-0 after 3 innings or something like that. I've known them.
Softball almost got away from Jackson. They'll make the play on that one.
Now I wish I could say as a coach and say, I think you got a good handle on it, but you don't. You got to keep scoring.
Yep. You got to keep, especially against Cheney. We had 6 strikeouts in 3 innings, but that doesn't mean anything.
No, not right now.
That's that ball.
We're seeing a situation with Patton that we haven't seen it going this long.
Yeah, I think Cheney kind of, like you said, they already made adjustments. Seem like they're just waiting.
Well, the second time around. I mean, that's they've been besides Mears. That was the first time he saw him, the fly ball. Then everybody's been on since the second time around.
But I think also it helped me out. They're just waiting. They weren't waiting too much. They'll get a quick 1-2 count, and then now they're trying to play defensive ball. So now it's full count now for Ryan Scott. Looking to pad on to his RBI numbers.
Oh,
so nice. Look at strike number 3, and Scott didn't really agree with that one.
That's big right there.
So that's 7 strikeouts.
Like I said, one of the league leaders in RBIs right there, and that pitch, he framed it well, and I think, I do think that Harper actually helped there, the catcher.
That's just a great spot for a pitch, especially for a pitcher like Harper to frame it.
Here's Holder.
He
grounded out 4-3 last time.
It's going to be ball number 1. 2 runners in scoring position, so See how this goes. 1-0. That ball almost got away.
He's already stopped, what, a couple of guys right there? Harper?
Harper's
A couple runs?
Harper has stopped about, about three or four balls that
right there.
might have been that were in the dirt, but just there to clean it up.
Well, it's got to be anticipation that every pitch has got to be a bad pitch, you got to think.
That's going to be 3-0. 3-0 for Patton, so yeah, then this is probably the longest he's gotten. I mean, he's already up at 25 pitches in the top of the fourth. I'm pretty sure.
Well, he threw some pitches in college, but I mean some innings, but not the he just had not for the summer. He hasn't.
As that one's just crushed towards right field, and I'll be hit over his head. And they'll score 2 runs, and they'll be stand-up double.
Yeah, it was that quick right there.
That was just right over Henry's head.
Tied at 3.
Now we're tied at 3. Cheney just stepped up,
2 outs.
Got right back, yeah. Just a tough break right there. So now they're doing a little amount of his. I don't think they're not going to take him out anytime soon. But
that's the thing when you have an offense like they have up and down that lineup. You can't you look at it. You let up. Yeah, but you look at it. You looked at how he's dominating the first time, right through there, and these guys 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, whatever, and then all of a sudden here's the.
You can't really throw the same thing.
No,
because they're gonna easily adjust to it, and
so now we got a new game.
So now it's basically 0-0 now. Tied ball game.
And that's what I was telling you earlier, and I said they don't panic. The maturity, the experience that they have.
Now Connor Miles up to the plate.
Number 19, the designated hitter, Connor Miles.
He grounded out the first time up.
And on second, and check back.
But I think they're sitting more on his fastballs because right there I thought that, Holder, that's what he was jumping on. He jumped on that fastball.
Yeah. He wanted to swing at that fastball. It was just a little too high and let off of it. And
I think they're laying off of it. They're being a little more selective.
They're doing a great job at choosing which pitches to swing at. So now it's 2-0. Make that 2-1. Holder at second. Call time. Yeah, hopefully next inning, Patton just realizes what he needs to do now, and
exactly,
makes his own adjustments and comes back stronger. As that's fouled off, strike number 2. Two count. So we'll look at strike number 3. And once again, he's just not.
Yeah,
Miles is just not.
I don't know if that was a changeup right there. I mean, you could see him kind of just shaking his head.
Yeah. Just trying not to get kicked out of the game.
Yeah. He needs to just turn around and move on. That's what I think Coach Poole's telling him to cool it.
Yeah, I mean, we had a similar thing. I think it was. Maybe it was Ryan Scott. He didn't think it was. I thought for a second I thought he was going to take his bat and draw on the dirt. I was like,
yeah.
It's like, you do not do that. But with that, the ball game is now tied 3-3. And with that, we'll take a quick little break as we head to the top of the fourth, or bottom of the fourth. Excuse me. And welcome back to the bottom of the fourth, as now we've got Micah Dvorak, the left fielder, up to the plate. So now it's 3-3.
Dvorak had that big double down the left field line, and he scored a run.
Dvorak looking to do the same thing. So he was looking at a bunt, but
And they're pitching away.
he laid off that one. Rogers is, he's had those 2 errors, so, haven't really got to see much of him. But so far, I think he's been pretty impressive. He's doing his job.
Well, and what's the thing about it, Cheney? They can make a couple of errors or whatever and still bounce back in the game. Yeah.
Rogers. It's a nice strike 2. 1-2 count out for Dvorak. I like how Rogers pitches. He's pitching pretty nonchalant,
No, that's how he is. Just
doesn't really.
Pop a fastball.
Sounds Hopper to second. Be a routine out.
And he relies on his defense a lot, like you were talking about earlier. One strikeout so far.
He's not really, he doesn't really get strikeouts. That's why I remember. That's the thing about pitchers. There's, a strikeout type of pitcher, or you can have a ground ball type pitchers.
Number 4, Clark Henry.
So Clark Henry.
See what Clark did? Big hit last time. Oh, he took a big cut there.
Big cut on that first one.
He had a base hit and RBI.
This one. Called strike number 2 on that inside pitch. Now it's 0-2 for Henry. So just try and stay alive on that one.
I was thinking about that swing that Mears had. He got all that. And it was still short of that left field. You and I've seen plenty of swings here.
Especially at the start of the year, we had so many to where it was just like, man, that seems like it's going to be crushed. And then it would just die, right in front of the third baseline. So it's fouled off. It's now facing a 1-2 count. That foul ball is sponsored by Central National Bank of Newton. Rogers is looking to do his thing. So that's a little slider, gets away. Ball number 2.
Let's try to get a runner on, get something going, because right now we're a little funk right now.
But that's the thing. I hope Patton, kind of makes some adjustments and comes back stronger next inning. Because I don't think coaches are going to take him out anytime soon with 7 strikeouts.
Yeah, I don't know what the game plan. I haven't seen.
I saw someone in the bullpen, but it wasn't. I don't think it was anyone warming up. I think it was just them, screwing around. He's just going to look at strike number 3.
See, that's what I'm saying right there. That's what Rogers does. He'll mix it up, kind of lull you to sleep.
It kind of seemed.
And then boom.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like. Henry was not ready for that one. That's what it kind of looked like.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He still was kind of, getting laid back, and then he just.
But he threw the off speeds, a couple of off speeds, and then boom, throws that fastball right there, and he locates it well. He doesn't walk a lot of guys. He really doesn't. So, he's actually a pretty good hitter. I know for Andy, he hit a lot last year, and he hit some for Cheney last year.
So we got Harper. It's up ball number 1. You look at it just at the scoreboard. Cheney 3 hits. As that one's hit another ground ball to second. No, in the inning, but, as we're going to bring up the break board, but Cheney with 3 hits.
Yeah, 3 up, 3 down.
3 hits, 2 errors. Rebels with 2 hits, no errors. And we got ourselves a tie ball game heading to the top of the 5th. And with that, we'll be right back. And welcome back to the top of the fifth. As now we got a Pizza Hut Newton pitching change for the Sluggin Rebels. As Patton ends his day, we'll get the official stats, but I'm pretty sure he ended off with 7 strikeouts. He just had that one rough last inning, giving up 3.
Yeah, that was tough.
runs.
It's too bad because he was dominating pretty.
Yeah,
I'd say.
but now we got Jace Nace, I believe, or Justin Nace, sorry. He's from northeastern Oklahoma. He's a lefty pitcher. This is one of the first times I think we've seen him, or at least I have, at a Klein Scott Field.
Yeah, Dalton Patton, 4 innings, 3 earned runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts.
That is impressive.
That's pretty impressive. Just had that big hit right there. He almost got out of it with 2 outs.
That was just, maybe Patton was just like, man, I'm kind of, maybe he was a little tired or something.
Yeah, he was a different.
Because he's only pitched,
4 innings.
4 innings.
Yeah, it's the 4 innings
coming into this game, and I don't blame him. But he had an impressive outing. But now we'll see Justin Nace.
See what I have on him. Nace, left-handed pitcher from NEO Community College. 6'2", 220, Olathe, Kansas. Whoa.
As that was almost hit by pitch.
Very close. Nace's pitched 6 innings. Getting up 4 earned runs, 8 hits, 8 walks.
Cody Moore, the 8-hole, up to the plate. Now it's 1-1.
And Nace has a 6 ERA.
Okay. Excited to see Nace. I think this is his first time out on the home field as someone kind of gets away.
I don't know, Easton there. At second base, wasn't even watching the throwback, and ball went out center field.
So now it's 2-1. And Nace does have that, any lefties, he has that advantage with him. That's going to be
a
low strike.
If he could hit that all day right there, that's where he needs to be.
So now it's 2-2. How tall is Nace? Nace is 6'2", and that one's fouled off. He looked pretty tall. Just wondering.
And he's been waiting. He hasn't had a lot of innings right now. He's waiting his turn, and this is an opportunity right here.
Especially against a team like Cheney.
Yeah, you show what you can do.
Show your true potential, especially against a great team like Cheney. Is that one another close one? It's been all the balls so far have been close.
It's thrown across his body right there, and that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Just needs to stay balanced.
Might get him on this. Pretty surprised to see a low pitch. Trying to get him to swing 3-2. So he does exactly that, and he'll get right under it.
That's fine. That's
great. We'll be caught by the center fielder.
Jack Bell.
That was Jack Bell.
Yep.
Sorry. My center fielder symbol looks like left fielder, and I was like, why do I have 2 left fielders?
Brotman last time struck out.
1 out already for Justin.
This will be a big game with the Sluggin Rebels there. Nice. See how he changed his speed right there?
Yeah, it was a very
That's
slow.
what I think. That's what I think could throw off Cheney.
The slow strikes are getting to him.
That's where he locates it.
0-1. That'll be fouled off towards the right side.
That's one thing Brotman, I know when he was here playing for us the first couple of years, he pulled a lot. He worked on going to the right side. You can see that, trying to go that way. Trying to be, and I always talk about it, come a complete hitter. Use the field.
0-2.
That's what Brotman's done.
0-2 count now for Brotman. That's another ball almost hit.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky. 0-2, and I don't really think he was trying to go inside. It's just that he's trying to use a fastball, and he's.
Yeah,
he just needs to get downhill and just stay with what's working. And I think he tries to rush his fastball. You know what I mean? He hurries it up because he wants to throw it hard.
Yeah.
So he speeds up his whole body.
So that one's crushed in between third and short.
Yeah, Brotman just went with the pitch right there.
The top of the order.
So that'll be a single for
Cheney
Brotman.
Dawgs, number 6.
That brings in the double play. So now we got the top of the order, Cole Myers.
Yeah, Myers, excuse me. I think I said Mears before. It's Myers.
Myers. Just looking out in the crowd, we got a pretty, yeah, like you said, we got a pretty good sized crowd. As Myers tries to bunt this one, that'll be just fouled off. Gerard couldn't get there. Yeah, I think Brahman might be trying to break up this double play.
They wouldn't be surprised to see if Brotman tries to steal here too.
Yeah.
He's got decent wheels.
4 hits for the Cheney Diamond Dogs compared to our 2 today. As Brotman, like I called it, Brotman
Called it.
got up and stole.
Yeah.
And he's
That's
safe
what I
at
figured.
second. Breaks up the double play. So now it's a 1-1. But yeah,
Well, and the young pitcher right here, it's right. Obviously, he's struggled. He struggles with control, so trying to get in his head a little. And again, he hurried up as soon as Brotman took off, you can see him speeding up his delivery.
so that one's fouled back.
It's funny how you watch a pitcher, from the stretch versus, just regular.
Yeah.
Just.
So that's yeah, he's trying to get the inside. Seems like now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Man on second.
Yeah,
just
because
seems like-
he's. But you got to look. Yeah, you got to look. You're looking where our catcher Harper set up, and Harper set up away, and the ball's way inside.
He'll crush this one towards center field, but it seems like there's going to be a little bit too much pop on that one. As center field makes a play on that one. What a throw.
And somebody needs. Yeah, he's got that back
Great
up
throw
good.
a great throw by Bell. It seemed like there might have been almost a miscommunication between Bell and Henry on that one, but I think Bell called for it just right, right on time.
Yeah, and Bell, like I said, he has it over everybody on this field defensively.
Yeah, Bell definitely has the speed to cover. I think he could cover left and right field if he needed to.
And with that wind kind of blowing back in, even if you're an infielder, I'm saying if you're a second baseman, there's a high fly ball, be ready. That ball might come back to you, so you don't just assume the center fielder's got it or the outfielder.
2 outs now for Justin Hayes.
George Speck or
Yeah, George Speck, and
yeah.
they'll just ground out. And now in the inning, that's a solid, great inning by
Great inning. We
Justin
needed that
Hayes.
right there.
And now with that, they'll bring up the bottom of the 5th. As your score is still 3-3. Cheney Diamond Dogs get 1 hit. But that'll do it for the top of the 5th, and we'll take a quick little break. And welcome back to the bottom of the 5th inning. So now we got Easton Elliott, bottom of the lineup, to lead off for the Newton Sluggin Rebels. We're just talking about how at the 15th inning.
Yeah, how that promotion's really taken off here.
Yeah. If you correctly guess the 15th out at, Klein Scott Field, then you win a prize.
Yeah, what position the opposing
Yeah.
hitter, I mean, what position when the order of target is.
Very, it's original. I haven't seen anyone else do that.
Yeah, I'm sure people take off and
Yeah.
no, we'll see. But no, that's pretty interesting.
1-0 count for Easton as he crushes this, hits it to the shortstop,
Man.
and he'll make the play on that one. That'll be out number 1. Still a tied ball game, 3-3. So we're at the top of the order with Caleb Hill.
Yeah, it's a great play by Speck to come in, especially in the, as we know, we talk about every game, the grass here slows everything down.
Number 16, Caleb Hill.
Caleb Hill looking to keep his player of the game status up to par, but it's going to be tough, especially after Patton's 7 or 8 strikeouts.
So there's a lot of movement right there. That's it right there with Rogers. He's settling in. Obviously, you can see.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, when
the big presence on that mound, isn't he?
When I see a righty go against him, so that one's another
getting
ground ball.
balls. Yep.
Those are the pitchers I like. I like a good strikeout hitter, but those ground ball pitchers, they're pretty fun to watch. Just because they get they bait so many ground balls. They're good at baiting.
Well, and I'll tell you what I'd like to see. I'd like to see one of our speed guys drop down a bunt down third base, because if you look, their baseman's been playing back.
Baseman's far back,
and just get something going. Maybe if he throws it, like you said, you're talking about your deep foul ball there.
Yeah.
You never know.
But Bell will swing at another
see,
first pitch.
Yeah, that's not going to do much, because just hang up there.
Yeah, as that will end the inning now for the Sluggin Rebels. It was just 3 up, 3 down,
and that's a quick inning, and that's going to help Rogers.
That helps Rogers in any way, shape, or form, because he doesn't look tired in the slightest, even though he's pitched
5
exactly
pitches.
80.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 pitches, whatever that was. I mean, that's not what you want right now. He's not laboring, I'll put it that way.
And with that, we'll head to the top of the 6th as Nace is still out on the mount. And we'll be right back. And welcome back to the top of the 6th as it's still 3-3, and Brock Rodden up to the plate with Nace. Justin Nace, jeez. Having trouble with that. I keep on thinking Nace and Hayes. Nace, it's an inside pitch, ball number 1.
He's not getting that. He's not getting that.
He just can't find, the right. He's trying to hit that exact spot, but just can't find it. It's going to be tough as well, because it seems like Cheney has a ton of righties. So this is not the, most ideal spot for
Well, and they're patient. I mean, like I said, they're a very mature, very experienced team, and they're going to. Now, see, that was the pitch. I mean, that was right there. So and he just fouled it off.
I think he just waited maybe like a millisecond more, and that would have been a nice hit.
So
that's 2-1 now.
Rodden, like I said, he's a good player from Wichita State.
Rodden.
Try to take a little something off of it.
Yep. Looks like ball number 3.
But it's the type of team, too. You don't want to put that leadoff guy on, and hopefully he comes back right here. 3-1. So put it in there.
3-1, and that just hits.
Did it hit him? Yeah,
it's Rodden. I mean, either way, that would have been ball 4. But I think that's going to be counted as a hit by pitch. As we were saying beforehand, I mean, how long before he gets a hit by pitch? Because it seemed like, I mean, he is trying to attack that inside, which I do like, because it is very aggressive.
Yeah, but
man, it's just not. He's just.
But there's a thing about Jared is that he's doing it on purpose, coming inside, trying to spot up and all that. And I just think it's just because he's thrown across his body.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully,
see,
hopefully
right
they
there.
don't take it on purpose, as that's going to be strike number 1.
But that swing right there, I mean, that pitch right there was just perfect. He just. He's in control. Just don't rush it. See, that's not bad.
Foul back, and that was a great inside pitch. There it is.
I mean, but there it is. But it was under control. What you could see when his body just flings over,
that's when the ball starts flinging over as well.
Yeah, whatever you as a pitcher.
Yeah.
You fall over your body like that, the ball's going to go that way. That's close.
That was a very close. I mean, now he's starting to. Maybe he just had to get that one out of his system or something. Because now he's trying to hit the inside pretty well.
Well, I think that's been his deal, is his location, because he has a good live arm. He's young. He's figuring it out.
We'll hit this one. Gerard with the amazing play. Try to get the.
Whoa.
Try to get
that's
the
close play.
Second, but
that's a great pickup right there by Easton.
Actually, I think that was Gerard. Gerard made the play on that one.
Yeah, Gerard, but I mean the dig out second base, because that was in the dirt.
Great pickup by Easton.
Yeah, Elliott, because that ball could have been out in right field.
But it'd be called safe, and it'll be fielder's choice.
This is what you don't want, first and second, and now be ready, because they'll, especially against lefties, they'll love doing a double steal right here.
Yeah, but definitely with the. What did you say? The Sunflower Collegiate League RBI leader and Ryan Scott up to the mound. He's showing bunt,
which is surprising,
but foul that one off.
That's what I'm saying. About Pat's teams, you never know what they're going to do. But he also looks at it too. You're playing. You're playing in the World Series, so you got to work on things. I mean, think about that. You got to work on it.
I just can't imagine. I mean,
it's like you're using your league to work on stuff.
I can't imagine this. Like this deep into or not really. I mean, we're just now in the second half, kind of.
Yeah.
And you already have a guaranteed spot in the World Series. I mean, it's just like.
Well, that helps recruiting and all that. But you got to have a good team. You got to play and you got to produce.
1-1. Still trying. He almost got checked back.
Yeah, you got to watch that. That's where and Jack needs to be running in. Bell, as soon as that catcher lets go of the ball, you sprint in. Don't wait. Don't wait out there. That's what he did. He come running in.
So now it's 2-1. Still showing bunt. He'll bunt this one up, and that'll just be an out.
Most got the double play.
Yeah, I mean, it's just those low pitches,
Gare did a good job stopping that, too.
Yeah, because that was two throwbacks in a row by Harper.
And like I said, it's one of the league's top RBI guys, but also, like I said, he's working on stuff too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, you already have a league spot, so you're just trying to do your thing, I mean, you already have a guaranteed spot right now.
But I also tell you, I know Pat Hahn, he wants to win.
Mm-hmm. But he also,
he wants to win.
He's trying to spot too. You're just thinking, well, I mean, let me just try some new things and see what works and what doesn't work. If something really works that you just try it out, then you can use that to your advantage. We're going to try and get a double play.
I kind of
I think. I mean,
I don't know if
could have maybe. I think what could have maybe worked is if he touched first and then maybe threw it to second.
Yeah, I don't know if he.
I don't know if he had the time either. But I mean, we got.
Well, I kind of had a reaction. I didn't know if he knew there's, there's 2 outs or one because his first reaction was to go to first.
But he realized there's only 1 out.
Guess what? He's the only one that knows, so we'll find out. We can ask him.
So now it's man on third and first, 2 outs. So that one will be hit towards left field, but that'll be foul.
Yeah, Holder grounded out to second, and he's the one that hit a double. 1 for 2.
Double will be not. I mean, double would not be suiting very well for the Sluggin Rebels right now.
He's one score the big inning.
So
he's going with the pitch.
Popped to left field, and that one almost seemed like it almost got past.
Had to reach up over there
by Dvorak, honestly.
But nonchalant, but
yeah,
caught it.
But we made it, and we get out of that inning as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Still 3-3. And now I think we have the. I think Jack Bell up to the plate. And we'll double check. Actually, it's Guerra. Guerra's up to the plate. So, with that, we'll take a quick little break, and we'll be right back. Yeah, we'll go back to the bottom of the 6th inning as Ethan Guerra up to the plate. She'll take strike number or ball number 1.
Matter of fact, just we were talking. We talked about 8 straight, and Guerra's 0 for 1.
So foul that one off.
And he walked. Right, that's the last player that's been on base.
That's been on base.
Last Sluggin Rebels player, and that was in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, we've been we've been quiet since we scored those 2. I mean, we just said, he had 8. Rogers has 8 straight strikeouts.
Well, not strikeouts, straight. Just
retiring our players.
Yeah, retired the players right there. So that's, but as I said, and the last one was Guerra in the 3rd. So we've gone through the lineup, and that's one thing we just got to get on base, and that doesn't matter, how you do it. I mean, just get on base.
Yeah, I mean, what I've just seen is that the players that we expect to, as Garrett strikes out, I mean,
he didn't strike out much. That's probably about his 5th strikeout this year.
Yeah, that's the thing that's crazy is that we've just had some players that we think, they watch the ball all season, they kind of take their time, and now they're not really taking their time.
Right.
So it's kind of.
Well, and I think you're going against a pretty good pitching staff too, and against other teams in our league. But obviously, this pretty good team.
Rogers is a pretty sneaky pitcher to play against. So that's a good pitch to lay off. Pitch.
Yeah. That's a good pitch to lay off because it's down and away. Especially 0-0 count.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's ahead. Let's see.
Connor Owens, who.
He's just, and that's what you were talking about before. He's just mixing it up right now with his off speed, and boom. But you got to still sit fastball.
Yep, those quick pitches. It's going to be a a little off speed, but we called for a ball.
I mean,
2-1.
I mean, Rogers has 3 strikeouts.
3 strikeouts. All the rest have been ground balls as Owens hacks at that one at that inside pitch, and I'll be caught at the right field.
Yep.
But you saw Owens, he just tried to get the hit on that one. I mean, he twisted his whole, stepped out. His foot stepped out just to try and get in it.
Right.
It's just not what you want so far.
Yeah, it's 10 straight. Sluggin Rebels retired.
And for Rogers, I mean, he hasn't even given up any runs. The runs we have were two off error or 3 off errors.
I was going to call that for a second.
Yeah. That was a close one as Gerard looks at ball number 1. 2 outs now.
That's the thing. You got to keep going to the right side, but if they're pitching away.
Same spot.
Yeah, that was about
same call.
That's a couple baseballs out, though.
Yeah.
It's a good eye.
Yeah, I mean, if you really look at it, we haven't really been hitting too well. Even though we have 3 runs, as this one's hit towards third baseman, and Gerard just looked back and jogged his way to first. Is well in the inning for the Sluggin Rebels. So we head to the top of the 7th, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the top of the 7th inning as it's still 3-3. Justin Nay's still on the mound. He's been pitching, we talked about him a little bit before break, and, for his, I think, second time out, he's been pitching pretty nice.
He's done real impressive. He's keeping a tough team at bay last 2 shutout innings. I mean, that's about what else? That's all you can do right there.
So now we got Cody Moore, the catcher, up to the plate. But yeah, we're looking at the stats. I mean, we really only have.
If you look at Nate's 2 innings pitched, 2 hits.
Yeah.
No walks, no strikeouts. It's just getting the job done.
But hitting for the Rebels hasn't been too high. I mean, we really only have 2 hits, and the other, the 2 errors that Cheney got in the bottom of the 2nd. That's what gave us the 3 runs. It seemed like. As I think Rogers is counted for no earned runs.
Yeah. No, and he's the kind of guy that can pitch a long time. He's a big body guy that.
He's got to get him on stamina.
Yeah.
So now it's 0-2 for Cody Moore. Nice. Tries to get him on that low inside.
It's the head. Just don't want to get.
Kinda
the worst thing is when 0-2, then you hit a guy. You just. Because usually the hitter's going to be up on the plate.
So now it's 2-2.
Just stay in control. Just do what you were doing, right there.
Go foul this one back. Two still. No outs. Moore.
There you
Kind
go.
of looks at that one, but that'll be fouled towards the dugout, and
But see, I like
Connor,
that pitch,
yeah.
though. I liked it away like that, and you made him have to fish for it, have to go after it. That's a good pitch.
It was a great at bat for Moore right now, trying to stay alive.
Yeah, that's all he's trying to do right there, especially. But don't
Especially
you don't want
with-
anything right down the gut, right down the middle of the plate.
Make seeing the batter, have to step in and hit the ball. That's a great sign as a pitcher.
Yep.
So now Moore's swing at that one. That'll just bloop into left field, and not the. I mean, that's just a great at bat. But
Yeah, and that's the
By
thing. He
both.
came right in there, a good at bat. But I would have tried to stay away from him like he was doing.
Mm-hmm. So now we got 5 hits for the Cheney Diamond Dogs. So I mean, it's been a quiet game for both teams, really. I mean,
Oh yeah.
we both teams have great pitching performances. Us and Nace and especially Patton.
Well, and that's what Pat Hahn was saying. It was when he first saw the wind blowing in, he knew it was going to be a different kind of game.
That one's fouled to the right.
Than the other way. When it's usually blowing out, it's south, flying out, and ball's just traveling, especially in the hot air and everything like that. But I don't know. It's just that's why you got to adjust. You have to have figure out what kind of game are you going to play today.
Broadman 0-1 now. So that one gets away. 1-1. We'll see what Cody Moore does on first. Broadman. Check swings.
that's
and
nice.
We called for it. So now it's 1-2.
Yeah, see everything together right there. See that ball just pop out of his hand?
Yep.
He didn't overthrow, didn't. I always try to pitch like 80%. 80% of your arm, don't try to overthrow.
Nice. Well, it's kind of low, but
Instead of, it's what I'm saying, Jared, don't try to wind up and just throw as hard.
Harper's there to, kind of almost lost the ball for a little bit. It was right under him. So now it's 2-2. Man on first still. Brahman.
No,
Now we
nice
strike
pitch.
number 3. And that'll be a Pizza Noon strikeout.
Yeah, it looked like a little slider action type thing because that was a late break, if you notice that.
That was just a great pitch by Nace. Now there's 1 out, so double play will end the inning. Now we got
Cole Mears, number 6.
Cole Mears, who came in for Jackson.
So he's
He'll
got-
foul this one back.
He has a live arm. I mean, he has a live arm. Just
And this is a great sight seeing, Cheney not really taking too many balls right now. I mean,
they're
kind of doing what they're doing the first couple of innings, which is great so far. I mean, it worked out for us. So now it's 0-1.
one thing I
I'll
was
be a
going to
little
say,
outside.
Jared, is that Cheney, they've had 2 leadoff guys on, and it was the last 2 innings that they've had the leadoff batter on. With us, in contrast, we've had 1. That's when we scored the 3 runs.
Yeah, and that was with Cody Moore, or not Cody Moore. That was Connor Owens.
Yeah,
I believe.
Connor Owens with the base hit.
So now we face another 1-2 count. So pitcher's count now for Nace. It's 1 out. So this would be prime spot for a double play, but
I like that, going up high. You just don't want to give him too good a pitch. I thought that one that he gave was it Moore right there with that base hit was
Yes.
too good inside fastball right there,
Yep.
being hit in the count.
As
You hit him.
saying it's going to be a hit by pitch.
See, in 1-2 count, that's one thing. You
that's
just
it's not. I mean, you can afford it
Number 4,
because
the
it still
shortstop,
makes the double play live. But it's just not the way you want to do it
No.
with the 1-2 count. So now we got George Speck up to the plate.
yeah. I mean, he had him right there too, and that was the whole thing. I think that 1-2, and then like I said, his ball. I don't know if it's just moving or just his going inside. I don't think he was trying to go inside.
I
mean, that's one thing.
I think
you
it
know,
said it hit him like in the shoe or something.
yeah.
So it seemed like you tried to get maybe a low inside.
Well, most lefties, though, they want to stay away. They usually stay away.
Yeah, because you
And-
don't want,
and I'm watching-
throw inside on these.
And I'm watching Harper. See where he's setting up right there? It's away.
So now it's 0-1.
So just, just locating the ball. But he's done a great job. I mean, he's keeping us in the game, and that's what we need to do until our offense comes.
Speck will hit that inside pitch, but center fielder will make the play on that one. And just what an arm by Jack Bell.
Yeah, that's good.
Bell's been locating, he just had a great arm in the outfield. It's kind of stopped some tag ups.
Now, here's the key right here. It's like this is what we, you and I were talking about. Some of the things that they need to work on through the season is the 2-out hitting. And against, teams having 2 outs and scoring.
Yeah, and now we got Brock Rodden up to the plate.
He's 1 for 2 with a base hit, a walk. There you go.
That'll be strike number 1.
I've been very impressed with Nace because, this isn't an easy team to face right here.
So that one's a little high for ball number 1.
And I thought, it's good that he challenged them with fastballs. That's what he's doing. He's challenging them with fastballs. But you got to have that control. You got to make sure.
That'll be hit right in between the gap, but Jack Bell, once again with that speed, just gets right under it. And now in the inning for the Cheney Diamond Dogs. Now we head into the bottom of the 7th inning with your score still being 3-3. And we'll take a quick little break. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the bottom of the 7th inning as it's still a tight ball game. And we have Jackson Searing and his family comment on our YouTube post. And
yeah, it's nice to see fans out there responding. We like to hear from them.
Especially from opposing teams.
Well, and like to hear them all and, where they're from and shout out and how the weather is, and all that stuff. Because it was 102, I believe, up here.
It's 102 to start off the game. Went down to 92, though.
Yeah.
Real quick. It sucks to see, Searing get taken out pretty early in the game for
I hope he's all right.
Yeah. It's Dvorak's now up to the plate. Looks to bunt, but we'll lay off that one for ball number 1.
It's 11 straight slugging Rebels have been retired by Mr. Rogers here.
Dvorak will swing on that ball kind of in the dirt. 1-1 now. If you're just joining us, I'm Jared Oblechner here with GM, General Manager of the New Sluggin Rebels, Carve. So he's Always here for the home games. Stewart with check swing and call that one.
The thing is about Gavin Rogers, he knows how to pitch. I mean, he knows how to pitch. I mean, if you just watch, if young pitchers need to look at this guy, because, he's changing the speeds. It's not like he's just trying to blow it by him.
He's catching, there was one pitch, I think it was Henry. He was throwing maybe 3 straight off speeds, and he was Henry's kind of laid back, and he just looks at a fastball right down the middle.
Yeah, this right there. He wasn't ready for it. He was guessing, and how do you approach him? You still got to think fastball and react to everything else.
Just got to get ready for it, but, this is a great outing by Rogers. This one, as Dvorak just smashes this one towards left field, but that'll be foul.
No.
Ooh, that was close.
But see, I like what Dvorak's doing because he's pitching away to the lefties, pretty much right there. He just went with the pitch. Unfortunately, the wind just looks like the wind just kind of take care of that one, didn't it?
1-2 now, or still for Dvorak.
Just need to get a leadoff guy on.
Dvorak will still.
There he is.
And there's the
gapper. He went with the pitch, Jared.
Yeah, and there we go. Break up the cold streak of, what was it, 11? 11 straight retired.
Now, here's an interesting situation as coach because you're going up. We don't know much about Clark Henry. Can he bunt? What's he going to do? I don't know. What's he going to do?
He can definitely hit. I mean, based off his freshman stats.
But
Temple.
It's a different day. Yeah. It's not spring. It's not with the metal. It's not.
He shows bunt. He'll lay off that one. We strike number 1.
And I always like that outside pitch right there to bunt because you can bunt it towards first base. First base is holding on the runner, if you could see that in your screen.
Yep.
Third base is crashing. So if you could push it right there.
Shows bunt, tries to lay it down, and that was almost a perfect bunt. I mean, it may have been hit off a little too hard.
And here's the thing: the guy just joined us here. We have no idea how much he bunted in his spring season in college, or if the coach believes in it or what, or they practice it. So it's because every I'll tell you, I'm just telling you, it's everyone's different. Believe me.
Yeah, Clark Henry, newly acquired for the Newton Sluggin Rebels. He'll just look at that one and might just hit into a double play, but his speed
double play
will not matter, as that will be a double play.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the thing. You don't execute, and then you get a double play, but that's why it's so important. You got a championship teams, like I always say, 80% of the time have to execute 80% successful. And like I said, and I'm not saying he can't bunt. I just think this situation that we're at, that hopefully he'll have more chances, especially when you're playing with wood.
I mean, so far, Henry's had himself a decent game so far.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. First at bat, was great. Took it right up the middle.
So it'll be ball number 1 for the catcher, Brandon Harper.
His swing at the second inning, he scored RBI, but because the shortstop threw the ball away, we scored the other run.
We'll check again.
Yeah,
called strike.
Harper's 0-2, fly out to right, and a 4-3.
1-1 count. 2 outs. Harper will try and turn on that one, but just hit on top of it. And that'll just be grounded straight to the first baseman. That'll be.
Didn't have to move too much, did he?
Yeah, that one kind of. That wasn't the best. I see what he's trying to do there. He's trying to get on top of it, but that bat just hit right there. And with that, they'll bring up the top of the 8th inning, and we started off decent with the leadoff.
We scored those 3 runs in the second inning, but haven't done much since. And then we get the leadoff on, and I see what the coaches were doing with the, just trying to play small ball or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to. I know we talked about it before the game. That wind blowing in, it changes the game.
As the wind seems to, it's still pretty windy out here, but it seemed like it may have died down just a little bit.
Did you look at that flag?
The flag, I think the bar is perfectly blocking the flag, but the flag is, it's blowing. And with that, we'll take a quick little break, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to the top of the 8th as we have a Pizza Hut noon pitching change for the Rebels and Aaron Geisler.
Geisler from Coffeyville Community College, 6'4", 210, and he's from Wichita, Kansas.
And Geisler, I talked about him at the start or the beginning of the game because the other day he had a very impressive outing. Came in for, I believe, was that Balaam White that he came in for?
Yeah, I believe so. And like I said, you brought him up 40 games. Yeah, so that's one guy that you're very impressed with.
Yep, he was put in a very tight situation. I think it was a 3-0 count with 1 out. And runners on second and third. He walked the first one, got that one out of the way, and then retired the 3 straight. And he got us out of that inning, and that really helped us, even though we eventually lost. But, it really helped us at the start or in the middle of the game.
Well, what do they say? The book closed on Justin Nace. 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 strikeout. Very impressive.
Yeah, Nace came in and did his job.
No, he did. He, and he was in some tough situations.
Yeah, I mean, especially, Patton and Nace, they haven't really pitched too much this year. It's just a great outing against a great team. So that one's popped up to the right fielder. You can see, Jack Bella just right behind
Yeah.
It's a right fielder, and that would be Henry. He was just right behind him every time.
And it's, again, we don't know. Henry's the first time he's played here. The field's different. I know he's been an infielder. I guess that's what we were saying, but he also plays some outfield, so we don't know. There's a lot of unknown right now.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean,
we will find out.
I do enjoy some Jack Bella at outfield. That's just crazy. He could have made that play if he really wanted to.
Yeah, no,
he's right there.
Like I said, our outfielder's been fabulous this summer.
Got a great mix of speed and athleticism.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
both sides. Now it's 3-0.
I wish we had a highlight. We could do like ESPN.
Reel, yeah.
Well, just some of our plays that we've made out there.
Yeah, 3-0 now. Or no, I think we have the count wrong. Let's see. Yep, no, now it's 3-0. There we go.
There you go.
3-0, 1 out. And get a swing from,
like I said,
from Ryan Scott.
I've seen, and I even talked to Pat about it, I've seen more 3-0 swings probably in the last 2 years in my whole total career as a coach. See, and that's what happens. You get a 3-0, then you usually get a walk anyway, or you'll get a good strike, what I mean, the hit.
It'll be a walk for the RBI leader, Ryan Scott. So now we got Jackson Holder up to the plate.
Yeah, Holder's 1 for 3 with that double and 2 RBIs. Let's see, struck out. No, he's actually hadn't struck out. He's 4. I was thinking, through that strikeout that Patton had it going through all those strikeouts. He was one guy that did not strike out.
Ball 1. I'll just turn on that inside pitch, but that'll be fouled off.
I was going to say, Patton, he, very impressive. It was very impressive outing. Set a good tone right off the bat.
1-1 now for Holder.
Pitching away.
Scott at first. That's ball number 2. Guys, sort of the nice little check back, but we called safe. 2-1. Still 2-1 count.
Pretty important right here. Especially being the top of the 8th.
So that's a little too high. So that'll be ball number 3. Another 3-1 count for Geisler.
Yeah, this is what could call. This is what you don't want, walks. So I hope he comes right after him.
He attacks him with the inside pitch, and this might be a double play. As he's got
beautiful.
Just got to get the tag on.
That was beautiful.
Beautiful
play.
That'll be a great double play to end the inning and get Geisler out of the 3-1 count.
Well, Connor Owens just did a great play. That should be a tape that you show people, first baseman, what to do. He got the ball, stayed under control.
Yeah,
and then he
that was a hard hit ball at the first.
Yeah, and then he just touched the base, threw it, just threw a perfect strike to the shortstop. Double play. Great job.
And with that, we'll take a quick little break as we head to the bottom of the 8th. And welcome back to the bottom of the 8th inning as Easton Elliott, the bottom of the lineup, is now to the plate.
Oh, that wind's still blowing in.
Wind is still
Every time that door
crazy. Every time you hear some wind, that means the door in the press box has been open. So that's going to be strike number 1 for Elliott.
Easton right now, he's 0 for 2.
He was on a pretty good hot streak in middle of the season, but so far in these last home games, I haven't seen too much out of him.
That's good. He steps out. I like that. Step out of the box, clear your mind. The pitcher's on a roll. Don't get in his little web. It's like spider web. Now he steps off.
Yeah. Easton trying to throw Rogers off of his balance. So Rogers trying to get some of the outside pitch, but
and that's what I always tell. If you get a quick 0-2, step out of the box.
Yep.
Call time.
Easton. That's just a great,
that's
great pitch by Rogers. Oh my goodness. So he'll be out number 1. And Gavin Rogers has just been 4 strikeouts for Rogers, but I mean, these are very impressive strikeouts.
When he gets them. I mean, just how he gets them. He gets ahead. Nice to get that lead. I know I talked to Zach Gillig, and he said he was ready. There you go.
Zach.
Good thinking. Good thinking. Just
trying to get on base.
Well, because you look where third base is, and that's what I'm saying. Somebody just has to put it towards the third baseman down there.
You also got to be careful. Cody Moore, he's ready. He popped up real quick after that.
That's why you kind of have to push it out towards where third base is.
Yeah.
If you get it like halfway down there, it's automatic. You're going to get on base. And
now another outside pitch.
See, with Rogers pitching away, that's the opportunity to do that because it's an away pitch.
Yeah, I mean Rogers doesn't want to give an easy inside pitch. It's lefty versus.
And Brotman's playing back. The third baseman. Brotman's playing back basically, and
Brotman's playing way back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually.
Well, 2 strikes now, but I mean, even with the 1 strike, he was up there.
Yeah. Now be hit, but that'll be caught by the center fielder. It's like, I mean, that was a nice hit by nice piece of hitting by Hill, but
Caleb Bell's 0 for 4 there.
But Bell's kind of I don't know. I mean, Bell's been swinging out a lot of first pitches, and that's what Rogers wants people to do.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's around the plate. I mean, that's what they figured out. You know, like I said, that was this is the fourth time now Sluggin Rebels have seen him. And he's still going strong.
Yeah. Just no sign of slowing down for Rogers, it seems like. Even if we try to wait on some pitches, I mean, he's still going to attack us. Now it's 1-0. 2 outs now. Bell kind of swings at that outside. You know, that's just a nice slider, and that'll be caught by the right fielder. And Ryan Scott will make the same mistake he did earlier in the second inning.
Nonchalant.
Yeah. And now bring
1,
up
2, 3.
Yep, that 1-2-3 inning. They'll bring up the top of the ninth for the Cheney Diamond Dogs as they try to take the go-ahead run against us.
That's one runner in the last 17 at-bats. Matters. So that's one thing that's got to get on base. And if it is a bunt, whatever it takes, do something to get something
Just get
going.
someone on base, yeah. And if that, we'll take a quick little break. And we'll be right back. And welcome back to the top of the ninth inning as we head into, Connor Miles up to the plate. Been the DH playing the seventh hole. Geisler's still on the mound. Gonna foul this one back.
First base coach Mark Poole going after it, showing a little hustle, man. I haven't seen him hustle like that in a long time. Rest of his playing days. So
0-1 count. See, these guys are just trying to get that nice inside pitch, but lay it off of it. 1-1. This is going to be a big inning for Geisler, So that one's fouled off. Now it's 1-2. Pitchers count. Yeah,
Ace.
Noon needs to get something going. Especially, heading to the bottom. We've only had one runner, as that's going to be a drop 3 strike. He'll be out at first. That was a little bit closer than I probably should have. But that'll be a strikeout.
That's why as a catcher, you go inside, you run in, you take a few steps and run inside. But sometimes that runner runs on the inside.
And as always, that strikeout by the Rebels pitching staff is sponsored by your Pizza of Noon, where no one out pizzas the hut. It's now the catcher, Cody Moore.
Yeah, Moore's 1 for 3. He had that single in the last inning that started off the inning.
Moore will pop this one up to right field and see if Henry can make the play on it. And he can. And that'll be out number 2. So this is a great start this is great for Geisler. But it's really just going to come down. It seems like it might just come down to if the Sluggin Rebels can get something going on offense.
Brotman's a key right here, because if you can get him, you don't want to face the top of the lineup either.
In the extra innings.
Yeah, and then it gives us a chance to win it right now at the bottom of the ninth. That's how I'm looking at it, Jared. I don't know about you. So
So that one would be low
This
ball.
would be a big win. If we can get this win right here, that would split the series. And right now, we're battling. I mean, we're battling. We're in the middle of the pack of the Sunflower Collegiate League.
That would be a great split, especially against, like we always said, a team that hasn't scored over double digits since, before we started playing them.
Right.
So.
And we should have some confidence going and all that. It's just tough right now because both teams are pretty similar right here in this game.
Brotman will just swing at strike number 1. That was a great pitch by Geisler.
The Beach team has, 5 hits, I believe?
I believe, no, actually, Cheney has 5 hits, and the Rebels have 3.
Okay.
I think the 2 hits that count on the scoreboard is that one's hit to Easton Elliott.
There, good job by Elliott.
But yeah, he kind of shielded that one. Kind of
popped
him in the chest.
He kept it right there, kept it right. Oh, good job. That's what you want.
As we head into the bottom of the 9th, this could make or break the series right here. So now we got Ethan Guerra to lead off, so it's a great lead off to have from Guerra. But yeah.
I mean, like we just talked about, the last 17 at bats, one runner on. And we know we're better than that. I don't know. It's just making it just tough. The pitcher, Mr. Rogers, is going to go 9 innings here.
Yeah, Rogers coming back out and trying to see some. But, man, this is a great outing by Rogers. I mean,
I watched him last year against us playing when he was with Andale. Mm-hmm. And then, again, after we played them series, that's when Andale folded.
Yeah.
It was like, and we never even finished the series. And then all of a sudden he got picked up with Cheney, and as a hitter and but mostly pitching. And like I said, he pitched some big innings in the World Series, NBC World Series.
Yeah. And so with that, we'll take a quick little break as Ethan Guerra looks to knock off the Cheney Diamond Dogs and make the series split. Back to the bottom of the 9th as Ethan Guerra looks to end this for the Cheney Diamond Dogs. So now he's facing an 0-1 count. That's the thing I think we need to talk about in the meetings is he swings at strike number 2.
Yeah, he's got him off. He's getting Ethan a little off his usual self. He's very.
That's another outside pitch, but Guerra won't swing at that one.
Mr. Jim just gave me a thumbs up, so that's pretty good. He brought in the box from the gate, and he does a great job. Director of Hospitality.
1-2. Now Guerra makes it 2-2. So now a 2-2 count for Guerra. Guerra would just swing on the inside of 1, and that'll be fouled off. Go and call it foul. But yeah, Rogers. I'm going to see the stats on Rogers. But man, he's pitched himself a great game.
Yeah, no, when you go 9 innings.
It looked a little shaky at the start, but really, those are just 2 errors.
Yeah, well, of course, we got the Bethel College Player of the Game, and I have no idea. And I know my assistant GM, Jake Jones, he has no idea right now, but.
I would say Dalton Patton. As that one's just grounded towards the second baseman.
Yeah.
But my vote would probably be Dalton Patton.
Dvorak's 2 for 3.
Dvorak did hit
Clark
2 for
Henry
3.
has the 2 RBIs, or Dalton Patton. So I wish we had a deal where we could vote on it.
If we voted, my vote would probably be Patton. Started off strong, but just that 1/2 inning. I bet you if we interviewed him right now, he probably. I feel like he probably just got tired.
Yeah.
If anything. Now Connor Owens, who is one of our only people to get on base so far.
And Guerra, by the way, and he was 0 for 3 and with a walk.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to talk about him much, but he grounded out there.
Just didn't have the best, outing.
No, I mean, a lot of guys haven't.
It's Connor Owens now facing a 0-2 count as he looks at that one right down the middle.
See, that's what I'm saying. He's going away, and that's that pitch right there is where you got to take it to right center.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, he's going away, and they're watching it, but then he goes straight down the middle, and they still watch it because they think it's going to go away. So that's going to be ball number 1. 1-2 count now, 1 out for Owens. Still tight ball game. Another outside pitch.
Yeah, see what he does, and he's trying to get people to swing at that.
That's the thing. Well, what I've seen, too, is when he throws an outside pitch, they don't really swing at that too often. And then he's just going straight down the middle, and they're not.
There you go, right up the middle. That's what you do.
He says it.
Take that right up the middle, the breaking ball.
Great hit by Connor Owens. I was about to say, that's the thing I've seen from Rogers. He throws an outside pitch, and they're not going to swing at it. They don't swing at it. And if they do swing at it, then he's still going to go at it. But like he tried to do with Owens right there. He threw an outside pitch, and then he came in quick with the inside. But Owens, finally recognized it, and he swung on it. Garrett didn't do that earlier.
Yeah.
They just get caught like that. It's just because you see it down the middle, I think it's going to be outside.
See, that's what I think. I was thinking what they have to do. See the outside pitch?
Yep.
You got to think. You got to think that way. I mean, that's how you got to hit it, because if you don't roll over, it's going to be a double play. I mean, it's like that. You want to go up the middle. What he did right there with what Connor Owens did, he had a great approach.
Yeah, but he's just going to – that might just be a double play that sends us in extra innings, and it will be. And with that, we head into extra innings. So far, I think it's the second extra innings game for the
back-to-back.
Back-to-back extra innings games, but this is also a second extra inning game for the Klein Scott Field.
But you think about it, here it is, 9:13, and it's a 2 hours and
it's only
13 minutes.
Been live for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I mean, seems pretty normal so far.
Yeah.
It's gone by pretty quick, but I mean that's just because both sides haven't really gotten anything going. Since maybe the 3rd or 4th inning.
Yeah.
And so with that, we'll take a quick little break as we head into the top of the 10th into extra innings.
From Guerra.
And welcome back to the top of the 10th as Ethan Guerra makes a play at shortstop to get the first down of the inning.
First pitch.
Yeah. All right, good start already for Geisler. First pitch gets someone swinging. George Speck up to the plate. Look at strike number 1. A 1. Now we'll just hit Geisler right in the foot. Gerard tries to make the play, and what a save by Connor. I mean, that ball got away. If that ball got away from
Yeah,
Connor, that would have been major trouble.
Oh, yeah. That, like you said, look at the right fielders out there.
Yep.
That's one thing he's going to have to learn is every ball that's hit, any throw over here,
Especially
he needs
the
to
first.
Yeah.
You need to, just say, hey, I need to wait.
And just go. That's the way we always try to teach our fielders run. This thing, assume. But that's great play.
I think that will count as a base hit because it did hit off Geisler's foot. So,
yeah,
I don't think it could be an error. That ball's crushed to right field, and Henry's trying to make a run back there, but he just won't get there. And that's going to be a run. Or maybe, that'll be a stand-up run for the Cheney Diamond Dogs. That will be a triple for Speck. Or sorry, this is not Speck. That was a Rodden.
That's Rodden.
Excuse me. Rodden with that triple scores in Speck.
Yeah, this shows that if you hit the ball hard into that the wind or whatever. Now the wind has died down a little, like you said, but you hit it right in that gap and hit it hard with some backspin.
It's Henry, or not Henry. Sorry, Noah Brewer's now to the plate. I was thinking about Henry because he's had himself a pretty rough game out in the field. That was just a nice piece of hitting right there. Nothing else you can really do, but it sucks. You have the one ball hit over your head, and then now you got that nice gapper. And it's just not.
Well, and that's you had your 3, 4, 5 hitters. You'd be playing back a little.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Strike number 2. Thought that was pretty low. They thought that was low.
But he hit that solid.
Yeah, that was a great piece of bat. That's another low one. Ball number 2. It's a 2. That'll be fouled off. Still 2-2.
But that's kind of what we were talking about, though, what you have to do with that outside pitch.
Mm-hmm. See what Geisler does. He'll get him check swing strike number 3.
That's nasty right there.
That was a great strike 3 pitch right there. Now we got 2 outs. We're down by 1, and it's just not. It's just not looking too good right now for the Rebels.
Yeah, right now it's just we got to hold this and then get our offense going.
I believe
had some opportunities.
Yep, we'll have so we strike number 1. I think our next 3 up will be Dvorak, Henry, and Harper.
Yeah, Scott's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a walk.
Scott would just hit this one nicely up the middle, and they'll score. And the door's just looking bleaker and bleaker for the Sluggin Rebels.
Yeah, 2 out hits.
So now it's 5-3 for the Cheney Diamond Dogs. And we just got
look at that. What do you think of that?
And we just got a
thank you.
Drop off of 2 hot dogs.
2 hot dogs
to us, so it's always great.
That's nice. It's Connie down here to run the concessions for us.
So it's going to be strike number 1 for Holder. Oh, 1. Holder will hit this one towards right field, and I think that'll be foul.
Foul ball.
Oh, it was extremely close.
When you look at a team like we're trying to get to the point, Cheney, like we all talked about, you got to play your A game. Remember we were talking about that a couple of games ago, and you got to play your A team to beat this team. Because I don't know if we asked Pat Honda, are you guys playing your A game? And I'm sure he would say no, they're not. That it's knowing Pat, but I think right now we still just have to make some. You brought it up, adjustments.
Yep, some heavy adjustments. It's really. Our defense has always been there.
Yeah.
That's what's kept us in
the pitching.
Most of these games, and defense and pitching. But our hitting just hasn't been. It's been so inconsistent lately. It's just like I don't know. It's just been I don't know. We've always just had it right there. It's just we need to get something going in one inning or so. We just can't have a half inning of where we hit good. We got to have multiple innings where we hit good. So get checked, and that'll be
it's good throw and good dig there by Gura.
So it'll be caught. So I'll save a couple of couple pitches for Geisler. As now we head into the bottom of the 10th. The Rebels down 5-3 in the Cheney Diamond Dogs' favor. As I got the Diamond Dogs for 7 hits, and us Rebels at 4, and we'll be right back
with the hot dogs.
With
right?
the hot dogs, yeah.
There you go.
And welcome back to the bottom of the 10th. As the Sluggin Rebels are down by 2 against the Cheney Diamond Dogs, as Gavin Rogers seems to try and get the complete game under his stat line. He's pitched himself a pretty good game so far.
Yeah, I know.
It's Micah Dvorak up to the plate.
He's definitely kept him in check right there.
It's an inside pitch be called strike.
Huh.
I think he only has 4 strikeouts, but he's retired a ton of Rebels. As that one is just going to be deep foul ball sponsored by Central National Bank of Noon.
Yeah, I'd say, and here's the thing with the Sluggin Rebels. We know what kind of offense team they can be. They've only had 2 runners on the last 19. Like 19, that's
I mean,
not.
The stats don't look
that
impressive for Rogers, but you got to consider what he's done so far. As this one's hit deep to left field.
But left field is where they want it.
Left field or just be right under it. So I'll be out number 1.
And like I said, I always used to have a say thing about plan B. I tell the guys plan B is let's hit on top of the ball. I think Rogers but Rogers done a good job. It's like he doesn't have a ton of strikeouts.
He only has 4 strikeouts, but I mean, he's not really, like you say, he's not really known for strikeouts. He's known for getting those ground balls.
But I would have liked to see a few bunts, especially our left-handed speed guys bunted right there. Just get something going. Maybe he throws it over. You don't know. Do something to shake it up. And
so now Henry looks at strike number 1.
And we'll see what Henry can do here.
0-1 count.
He's 1 for 3.
You also look at strike number 2. I mean, it's just not what you want to see right now.
But Rogers just keeps coming after you. And, I mean, this is the –
he hit the same spot twice. And, I mean –
everybody's been seeing him 4 times now.
It was an outside pitch.
But like I said, Rogers pitches. He's a pitcher. I mean, he's like mixing it up. He's not just a thrower guy or something like that. He's coming right after you, but he also mixes it up.
Now it's 2-2 for Henry.
Yeah, we got to see somebody get on here. Let's hopefully make a big run here.
And we strike out number 2, or we out number 2, and that'll be a strikeout for Rogers. I'm pretty sure that's his 5th strikeout. So now Brendan Harper looks to break the cold streak for the Sluggin Rebels.
Can do with 2 outs here. Harper's 0 for 3.
Rogers gets Harper to look at another.
I mean, and that's what he did. He just kind of throwing strikes.
We've just been, I mean, I think this half inning we probably watched about, I think that's the 5th strike we watched, maybe 6th. So it's 0-1.
Lay off that.
He thought about it, but laid off of that.
Well,
ball.
what he's got right now, he's got like 3 pitches working. I mean, right now, when you have 3 pitches working, that's why. I mean, that's why you're seeing.
That's one of the, like I said earlier, one of the deadliest combos he has is the outside pitch. If they're not looking at it, I mean, if they're not swinging at it, then he just hits that middle.
Yeah.
And then they'll either not look at it or foul it off.
And I think there's a reason why Pat Hunt had him pitch the last game, because he knows, this guy knows how to pitch.
So you try to look at
Yeah.
That's one thing you don't want to do as a hitter. You don't want to look at strike number 3 to end the game, and then just bring all your mojo way down. So now it's 2-2. Harper still trying to frame up that outside pitch. So
Well, the catcher set up way out there.
Trying to frame it, just trying to nick that outside edge. Full count now for Harper. He'll swing at that one, just trying to. He's a little late on that one. So I'll be fouled off.
Well, like I said, there's still a lot of baseball left. We still got some games. Hopefully we can make up also, but I know we got the Hayesville Aviators.
And Harper,
there you go.
Nice hit by Harper. So that'll be a single and that'll be a base hit sponsored by Central National Bank of Newton.
Easton Elliott, number 2.
It's now Easton Elliott. This could be very dangerous. If Easton's on, he's on. He can hit a home run.
Yeah, I don't know. Not today. I don't think it's going to. I mean, it's going to be tough today with that win. but
we'll see.
We'll see. You never know. I mean, I hope you're. Believe me, I hope you're right. I just think it's just a tough day.
The way Rogers has been pitching.
That and the win. I don't know.
Easton, and that'll be popped up, and that might end the game. And it will.
Yeah.
As the third baseman, that was.
Yeah.
That was.
That's
Brotman. Caught that right in front of the Rebels dugout. Probably good amount of disrespect right there to catch the game ending.
Well, finish that series, and I was hoping to at least get a split right there, and I'm sure we all were, and I'm sure Coach Olson was, and just the situation right there. He had that opportunity to do something right there, especially in our home field, and I thought, like you said, I mean, we came out right off the bat and off the bat, so to speak. But the second inning, scoring the 3 runs, but we gave up the 3. But I still thought we would keep scoring. But we went 2 runners in the last 21 at bats.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. You get against these guys, and I don't know, because it was all Rogers. It was all Rogers did all that, and we just never really adjusted. I mean, he did a great job of pitching.
Yeah, but
he just kept us off balance. That's all you could say about it.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing too much to say. It's just, we just couldn't get the bats going, Even we had some bats going, to be honest, with those 3 outs, or the 3 runs we had, it was really more like 2 hits that we got, and then we had those 2 errors that kind of helped us get those 3 runs going. And after that, we didn't really do anything else. So
right,
it was really just batting. We had great pitching all around. And that's why one of our player of the games, it's going to be.
I think it's. Let's see. I think Coach.
I think we are deciding it's going to be
Patton.
Dalton Patton. His final stat line, very impressive.
Yeah.
4 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, only 1 walk, and he had 8 strikeouts. And he struck out half of the batters faced. He faced 16, struck out 8 of them.
Yeah.
And it's just he got himself in a tough situation that I think it was mid 4th.
Yeah,
and just got taken out for Nace, who also did a great job. Geisler did his thing as well. I mean, just give that 1 hit, and that was it.
I mean, it's just and it's a tough situation right now. You get to see these guys 4 games, and you kind of what they do. you know, there's no surprises when you play them. They're just going to come after you. The thing that they have, like we talked about, you can score 3 or 4 or 5, 6 runs on them. It's like
Doesn't matter.
well, it's like like a beehive or something. You know, you're striking a beehive, and sometimes you get them mad and all that. You just got to keep scoring, and that's the problem is that we couldn't figure it out, especially the second, third, fourth times that we saw them.
And with that, the final score of your game was 5-3 in the Dawgs' favor. And we have Don Patton right behind me, and we'll take a quick little break, set everything up, and that'll be it for me. I'm Jared Buckner. I'm always here with Carve.
Next game, you'll be there, right?
Next game, yeah. And we'll be. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
All right. Well, hello there.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
We got Dalton Patton, and we're going to talk a little about the game, but we want to talk a little about you. Let the fans and your parents and everybody else, say hi to you and let them get to know about you. And
Gotcha.
and so let's talk about you first, okay? Then we can get into the game. Is that all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dalton Patton, you're from.
Red Oak, Oklahoma.
Now, where is Red Oak?
It's way down southeast Oklahoma, all up in the mountains.
Okay, then what's the nearest big town?
Probably Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Fort Smith? Oh,
or
yeah.
McAllister.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about right down there, yeah. Okay, and let's see, you're like I say, you're going to college at Eastern,
Yes, sir.
Oklahoma State. Tell us about your sophomore.
I'll be a sophomore.
You'll be a sophomore,
Yes,
and
sir.
what's your degree going to be in?
Forestry. I'll have a degree in forestry to fight wildfires, but that's not necessarily what I'm going to do. I'm going to do HVAC and try to start my own company with my cousin.
Wow, so you got a pretty good plan, all right.
Yeah.
Just for a guy that's going to be a sophomore. Is this something that you've been thinking about, or just
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Absolutely.
so? Let's talk about your hobbies.
Fishing and hunting, playing baseball. That's about all there is to do in Red Oak, so that's what I do.
That's
do.
right. That's pretty good, though. I
Yeah.
tell you that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Can't complain about
No,
it.
you can't complain. So let's talk about your parents. Who are they?
My dad is Mike Patton, and my mom is Trina Renfro, and then I have stepmom Leslie and stepdad Jeremy Renfro.
I want to say hello, and got a fine young man right here. Should be all proud, I can tell you that. What about your siblings?
I got a little brother Seth, older brother Brendan, and a little sister Lindsay.
All right, man. So you're the
I'm right there in the middle.
yeah. I was gonna say you got the tough part, right? That's what they always say, the middle, right?
Yeah.
You're at Red Oak High School and you had a pretty successful college.
Yeah, it was a good year.
And you pitched and you hit. What?
Yeah.
How tough was that for you? I mean,
it wasn't too bad. They took care of me really well, so it wasn't. Every time I pitched, I knew I wasn't playing, so they took care of me. Didn't let me throw much in practices, and my arm has stayed healthy.
So how did you? I always talk to guys because I know it's I being a head coach all those years. I always how you handle the two-way player. How did you feel that was best for you? I mean, like during a practice, like throwing and how did you do? You still did the hitters. Obviously, you had to do all the hitter stuff.
Yeah, I got to hit a lot. I never got to throw anything, so like I'd take ground balls or fly balls and would never get to throw in practices, which kind of sucked because I got to do it all in high school. But I'd have to do all my throwing after practice when everybody got done with everything.
Yeah.
So
because they didn't want to take you away from the others. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see what other coaches do and all that. Like I said, you had your pitching, you were very successful, and now did you start many games?
I started 2 games on the year.
Okay.
We had 2 guys get hurt, and I picked up for them and started through like 4 innings both games.
Oh, cool. So, and then, you had, about 5 saves, so that's pretty good. Let's talk about your favorite team.
I had to go with the Atlanta Braves. I like them. They're a good team.
Why is that? I mean, was there somebody there? Were you a big
Acuna fan?
Yeah, Acuna fan. Is that why?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was, like I said, I enjoyed watching them in the World Series. I didn't know if you jumped on the bandwagon, man. You didn't do that, no?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I liked them for a while, but I was a big Red Sox fan until they lost Mookie Betts, and then I didn't really want to be a Dodgers fan, so
Oh, yeah.
I just –
and then you lost the big first baseman there. I
Yeah.
know you didn't like
Yeah,
that, did you?
no.
No. So Lindor, I like watching him and all that. Your favorite moment. I guess it could be anything. But what was your personal favorite moment?
Probably the 30-game win streak like I got there. That was pretty awesome. I don't think I've ever been able to be a part of something so cool and win so many games and have fun in doing it,
Well, let's talk about that. I always find that intriguing because as a coach and everything, is that I'm sitting there and you try to get a team to buy in.
Oh.
And so your coaches had to buy in, and I know your coach, so and he's been very successful at all levels. But what was the thing that he got you guys that when you bought in? I mean, what did you about winning? I mean, because you had guys I'm sure that weren't. There were some guys that never won. I don't know if your high school team.
Yeah, we were really successful in high school.
Okay,
so it just kind of helped carry on. I didn't like losing, so.
Right, so that's the biggest thing. I always felt you got to hate losing.
Yeah, it sucks. It's one of the worst things ever.
Yeah, and believe me, it's been tough as a coach because I was trying to get guys to, example, hey, we're not going to go eat at Golden Corral or something like that if we get swept.
Yeah.
Or something like that. You know what I'm talking about. But hey, if we have a big doubleheader win or something, whatever. Hey, yeah, we'll go. Stuff like that. Your coach, did you guys do that?
Well, we had our all-black jerseys that we wore. We won the 30 games, and they bought us all-black jerseys. And we only got to wear them if we kept the winning streak going or if we swept somebody or run-ruled somebody.
Right.
So we had to do one of them to keep them on. If we lost, we didn't get to wear them. And we really liked wearing them because it meant a lot.
Yeah.
Just the purpose of having them on. So it was pretty awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, special person to spend 5 minutes with?
Anybody
out there? Who would? I mean, with Lindor, who would it be?
There's a lot of people I'd spend.
Not Mookie, I know that.
There's a lot of people I'd like to spend 5 minutes with. I don't really want to keep it to one.
So
person.
that's should be in politics. I'll tell you that. What's your dream job besides baseball?
The HVAC school.
So that's it.
That's what I want to do. Yeah, something that'll never go away.
Right.
Everybody's gonna want heat and air conditioning.
Yeah.
You ain't ever gonna want to run out of
No,
that.
believe me, you're very popular right now. This weather right now, I'd be very popular.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's talk about you tonight's game. You started the game and you went 4 innings, struck out 8. And I mean, you were going right through them. And then what happened on the last inning there?
I really think I just got tired.
Yeah, that's what we kind of thought up here because your location.
Yeah.
You were having a little trouble.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's talk about the first game. You felt great. Obviously, you were. Now we'll talk about your pitches. What were you pitching?
Mainly fastballs. I think through the first 3 innings, I threw 5 breaking balls, and that's
Yeah.
it. And
Did you have a changeup in there or
Yeah.
something? That's what I thought on the strikeout there. You had
I
that.
threw 3 changeups and 2 sliders in
Yeah.
the first 3 innings. So
No, I was going to say it was pretty nasty stuff right there. I know on that strikeout, and you know, and you can tell this is a very good team. I mean,
they're good.
there's, and I mean, when you guys come here, nobody knows about Cheney, but around this region, of course, they've been in the NBC. And to beat them, my philosophy has always been, I don't care if it's a college coach, where if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Absolutely.
And I think we're right there.
Yeah.
There's just some things, and I'd say you did a great job keeping us in the game.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
I'm proud of you. You did that. I think, we got to work on adjusting with the hitters.
Yeah.
I always felt like the starting pitcher should never go 10 innings.
Yeah.
And that's me.
Yeah.
that's the coach,
Tough.
you know what I mean? Because I think you should have adjustments or whatever. But the thing is, I like our team, and I want to hear what your thoughts are of the Newton Sluggin Rebels.
I've enjoyed it so far. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about it. Winning's fun, and we haven't won as many games as I'd really like. We've lost a lot of games that we should have won, and I just think it's going good so far. So.
Well, and we still have a long season. We
Yeah.
still have some games left.
Yeah.
I know, just to let you know, we got the Hayesville series, we got the Hutch series.
Yeah.
So we got a pretty tough schedule, which is fine. I mean, I'd rather have that. And then we're trying to make up some games, and then there's hoping a tournament afterwards and all that.
Yeah.
So I look at it, we're not even playing our best baseball
No, I don't think
on
so.
all cylinders.
Yeah.
And you'll agree with that?
I don't think we can put anything together all at one time. I think
Right.
somebody's on and somebody's off every day. It's
Right.
just- I think that's how it's going for us.
Well, I know you guys are sticking together, and it sounds like you got a great crew right here. So the next, next week, are you going to be throwing? Are you going to pitch in any of the games that he's
I hope
has he
so.
said anything?
I'm not sure. I don't ever.
Because
know what
you're
happens.
you're also a very good hitter for us. So you've done a great job for us. Well, who's your host family?
James and Sarah Andrews.
All right. What you want to tell us a little about them? Or?
I don't know. I can't say much, but I've been blessed.
Yeah.
It's great people, man. It's insane. They take care of us. I was really nervous coming up here about getting a bad host family, but they have absolutely. I don't think that I'll ever have a host family as good as them ever again.
Well, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And the thing is I'm just saying the GM part of it. We can talk coaching and baseball all day, but the GM part, it's always the tough part. You got to get, you, like you said, be blessed to have great host families and have a guy that comes in and appreciates that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we're happy for you, and we want to keep them going, and I hope they'll want to keep contributing and all that.
So too.
But well, one thing I was going to ask you is we're looking at the NBC World Series. Is this something that you'd really like to go to? I mean, is this something as a player? Because like I said, a lot of guys aren't from around here.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about it today. Is it important to some of the guys? Do you guys talk about that?
I mean, there's a fair share that goes around in the dugout, I promise you.
Right.
Everybody's always talking about making it and being fourth seed or whatever we're sitting right now. It's kind of tough. And then Jake tells us today that, the top 2 go out. So that's kind of tough. We just have to play our best game the next couple of weeks.
And it can be done. It can be done.
It could absolutely be done.
Well, I'll let you get going. I always enjoy talking to you. And
Yes,
the Bethel College player of the game right here is Dalton Patton. Dalton right there, and big old smile. And there you go. And
Yes, sir.
and I want you to keep it going, okay?
Yes, sir.
And keep those guys pumped up.
Yes, sir.
Because we're going to make it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I sure hope so.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll be finishing up here. So take a little break right here.
Thank you.
And I'm back.
You're back.
I'm here to
Well,
say
I was going to say we didn't want to leave it without talking about
The
something special with
sponsors and
sponsors. Yeah.
Yep, and this is going to be Jared O'Bleckner and Carve saying goodnight from Klein Scott Field in Newton, Kansas, where your final score was the Sluggin Rebels 3 and your Cheney Diamond Dogs 5. The Sluggin Rebels would like to take a minute to thank this season's partners and sponsors. Without their support, college baseball would not be here in Newton, Kansas. Thank you to the Colonel Tim Mahler family, Peyton Paul, attorneys at law, Pizza Hut of Newton, Midway Motors, Bethel College, Dillon's, the John Oldham family, Curtis C's Diner, Shamrock Car Wash, Central National Bank, Roofing Services Unlimited, the Carl Hodges family, B&B Lumber, Freddy's Frozen Custard, Graber's Ace Hardware, Arby's, Applebee's, Ray Roofing, AutoZone, and Bumper to Bumper Auto Parts of Newton. We have a, I need to fix that. Realty Connections, Gillespie's Meat, and Interest Bank.
You got a lot of those.
We got a lot.
We need more. We need more, right?
Yeah. Special thank you to all of our host families in Newton and in Wichita for opening their home and hearts to these colleges' baseball players for the summer. Tonight's game has been a production of Sluggin Rebels Baseball. On behalf of the entire Sluggin Rebels staff, we thank you for watching tonight's game and invite you back Thursday night, July 14th at 7 p.m. when the Sluggin Rebels take the home field against the Hayesville Aviators. We'll see you then. Thank you and good night from Newton, Kansas.
See ya.